Welcome everyone to part 13 of the build series of the Team Associated sc10 short course truck. Now in this part we will be building the rear hubs and CVDs and attaching the rear bumper to the chassis and attaching the CVD drives and rear hubs to the chassis. Now what I have done is I have gone ahead, just to cut down on filming time, I have gone ahead and built half of this section off camera. So like they say on TV, here's one I prepared earlier. So what we'll be doing is building this. So CVD and rear hubs. And also what I have built, as I've already shown you how to build it in one of the earlier videos, are the turnbuckles. So these are the rear turnbuckles. So what we'll do is we'll put the assembled parts over here. Now for the rear hubs and CVDs you'll need the necessary parts obviously, but parts you will not need are this being a factory team kit, plus they also revise the kit as time goes on. There are two parts you will not need. You will not need these grub screws. These are what would be for the CVD drive, so you don't need those. So what we will do is I'll build the this is the right rear hub, then we will build the CVDs, and then we will, first of all what we will do is we'll attach the rear bumper to the chassis. So we'll do that first, get it out of the way. It's pretty straightforward. Well, as I said, I have gone ahead and built a few things. You will need to attach the mud flaps to the back onto the bumper, then you'll need to attach it to the chassis. So let's get on with that. Make sure you got the right bit. Pretty easy to put this on. Okay, well, that's that. Pretty easy. So we'll put that over there now. Alrighty, now for the rear hub. Now again, just make sure you pay attention to the orientation of how it's showing you to build it in the manual, so you don't get it round the wrong way. Now we'll need this one, I think. Yes. Alrighty. Now in the book it's saying to put it on the outermost hole. Then we need the little nylock nut. Well, the colour of it looks like it's titanium, but I'm not sure. But it is a factory team kit, so they do like to put a lot of titanium in with their kits. Okay, so that's that. Then we need the little dust cap. Get rid of that little bit of excess there that pops through. Alrighty, then bearing clicks in. Then you have this little, it's like a little bushing shield, helps the shaft go through. Bearing, just push it in with your finger or even something like this. Make sure it's in snug. Pretty simple. So that's the rear hub. Now we'll go on to the CVD. Now, two things you'll need. Most important is the black grease, and you will need some anti-wear grease. Now, you're probably wondering, well, what the hell do you want that for? Well, a little tech tip I'll show you, but we won't get to that yet, so just bear with me. First of all, you'll need the black grease. Put some black grease into the CVD. Just make sure you get nice, well coated. Put some on the outside as well. Like that. Then you'll put this little section in. Don't try and jam it in, just wriggle it in. You'll get a little bit of grease on you. So if you've got a pet towel like this, that's the whole idea of a pet towel. Just wipe your fingers. Then you get the output shaft or input shaft. Make sure you get the little hole that's in there, that the little part is. You will also need okay, where did it go? It's gone missing. Well, welcome back, folks. For some reason I lost the parts, but I have found some spares. Problem is, I had to cannibalise my B4. But have no fear, parts are interchangeable. So, hang on. That's at the B4. So, where we were, we had to install this pin into here. But before, what we have to do first is slide the pin here. Make sure when you put it in, you feel it sliding through the little guide on the inside of here, and just a little wriggle around, and that's in. Now, the reason why I said earlier on that you don't need the grub screws is because of this part. What this does, it's a ring, and you slide it over. And there you go. It's, let's push it a bit better. I just need a little assistance. And I've pushed it too far. There we go. So what that does is that holds the little pin that's gone through in, and that saves you having to go in there and put a grub screw in. So that's that part done. And what we do, insert it through, and we put the two washers on. Oop. You know, building this, I'll probably find those, these little pins later on. Then put this little blue plate on, and I did test fit this a little earlier. Now, the reason why I was talking about anti-wear grease, generally with the pins, is they can be loose. So what you would do is you put this, because it's really sticky, get some of this anti-wear grease, dab a little bit on, then you'd feed it through, and then that'll stop the pin from falling out. Especially like if you're at the track and you'd go to do a wheel change. But in this case, the pin is quite a tight fit, so I will not need to worry about anti-wear grease. And there you go, the pin is on like that. Now that's the right one. we have the left. I almost tipped this house upside down looking for those pins, and I cannot find them. I'm expecting to find them any second, but it does not seem that's going to happen. So now the next part is installing it onto the chassis. So we need to open this scalpel. Yeah, I'm probably staring at these king. It's got me baffled. I'm probably staring at these little pins right now, and I just cannot see them. Make sure the bag's empty. Alrighty. So what we need to do now is we'll bring this over. Let's put all that over there out of the way. Get all the parts moving there. The little screws. Oh look, one's gone missing. This is fantastic. Oh, there it is. Lucky. I'm seriously thinking of investing in a white pit mat. That way it will make things a lot easier. Okay, so now the next part is to put the drive pins in. So now take note, you have you've got washers, so you'll need one blue and one silver. So here's a blue one and a silver one, and it says to put them at the back. The whole idea of the washers is just like if I just put them in here for demonstration, you can see how there's a little bit of play. What that does is essentially you're adjusting the wheelbase, but I mean it's not really going to make a lot of difference in tuning. So this is going to be a fun part here. There's the silver one in. Yeah. Blue one. Just wriggle it around so I find the hole. And then we get the small screw and the little, where is it? The little Dubro driver. I'll just turn it around here so I can see. And that's in. Okay, so now what we will do is we'll put the turnbuckles in, pay attention to the notch. Okay, wait, it's not going to reach. Seems to be jammed on something there. Welcome back everybody. Well, I don't know what it is today, but it seems that I'm being punished for trying to cut corners and let the filming be reduced down. I just had to, during the little pause there, I had to make an adjustment. Had to get the thrust bearing assembly on the inside and swap it round. What was happening is the bolt on that was on this side was sticking out and causing the drive dog bone to hit on it, and I couldn't get the turnbuckle to connect with the rear hub. So I've just done this section, the left one here, what we'll do now is we'll do the right hand side, and hopefully, fingers crossed, we will not have any more issues. Alrighty, so what we'll do is we'll put the dog bone in. I like to just connect the bolt cup on. Gotta be a bit firm. Just put that back in. Alrighty, now we'll get the hinge pin, thread it through. Now, like last time, silver washer. This is definitely going to be probably one of the most stressful vids. Okay, finally got it in. Get the screw. Alrighty folks, that's it, I'm punching out. Stay tuned for the next part, 14.